Hello everybody, RemedyX here. It has been a minute. As always, life gets in the way. But here we are with a new free-to-play demo that is out on Steam. I am a little sick, so if my voice is a little off, that is definitely why. It's a little deeper, kind of like it. But one of those things, you know, as a guy, you're like, I wish my voice was a little deeper. Sounds more masculine, you know. But no, free-to-play roguelike game called Nine Kings. I've played a little bit of it here, just gave a couple of the characters a try, just kind of see what's going on. So, you'll pick a king. You'll only have the Nothing King to start, so that's what we're going to go with. To my knowledge, this level doesn't do anything yet. When the game is fully launched, it will have, like, perks here by the looks of it, but they're not available until the full game. And these are just kind of the units. So you get a castle, hurl stones and projectiles at your enemies. Soldiers, a balanced unit. Knights are a tanky unit. Archers are a ranged damage focus unit. Scout tower shoots arrows, you know. Farm recruits more of the units that are next to you to the farm. Wild card levels up whatever target it's at. Blacksmith, every turn adds 2% attack damage to adjacent units and towers. Steel Coat cancels the first hit the target unit would take every battle. So we're just going to start a peasant here, and we're going to go. I can technically do squire, but I haven't done anything above peasant. I've literally just barely scratched the surface of the game, so let's start with it. The year is 5 of 14. These are my enemies, the red and the green. So you always start by placing down your castle, and in the corner there, you might have seen it pop up. There's a little green guy. That's who I'm against. So this round will be against Lord of Nature, I believe. So I'm gonna turn off auto, and I'm gonna put on regular speed to start here. Let's start sticking an archer back here. So it's like one unit per turn, except for step away for the moment. Now, see that circle? I have to click and lob bombs from my tower over here. If you go to auto, it will auto fire. Now, because I beat a green opponent, I have the option to get some green cards. Not always, it's just kind of a random selection, and you can re-roll here. I don't have enough to re-roll. I do actually really like the Mycelium, and getting it early is very good. So it summons a fighting spore every 5 seconds in battle. Spores accumulate every battle, so they just build up. Getting it early is actually very good. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it in this corner. I want it away from my archers in case I want to put down like and the number here is the amount of damage each thing has done. So I get more Mycelium. I could Procreate, which adds 9 of whatever unit I'm putting on. I could also summon boars. Can be mounted by adjacent units for 1 HP. It has increased rider stats by 1. I think I'm just going to go with the Mycelium. I'm going to level up the Mycelium. So, if you ever have multiple of the same card, you can go just like this and stack it up. And now it's level 2. And then it just ups the damage. And this right here is the these things that are or not that one. That one's Alright, so because that wave was actually a red enemy, I did not even pay attention to that. I can get red options. Carnage is actually really good when killed, the unit explodes, causing damage. It's better for melee units. So, I'll get it, but I don't think I'm going to deploy it at this time. I want to get a melee unit. Sorry, a little cough there. So at this point, I could play a Scout's Tower, but I don't. So my idea is I want to farm here. I want like a tanky or a soldier class here. I want some buffs here in the corner. So these could be reserved for more units, but if they're reserved for units, I kind of want more space right here for more buffs. So I kind of don't want to play the scout tower, so I think I'm just going to level up the castle. Let's just look at the stats. So it currently does 10 every 0.3 seconds. So what is it now? 12.5 every 0.3 seconds. Or 0.2 per second, so it's every 3 seconds. Yeah. Under. Okay, so another tower. Steel coat is good. I also like that on melee units. I think we're gonna reroll. Well, we got a blacksmith. Blacksmiths are really good, especially if you can get them early. And then these will happen. I'll show you up at the bar here. Royal degrees. Your buildings apply their effects one more time. I don't think I have anything applying effects. I'll just use it back. So up here you see Royal Council. That's where I'll get a new policy. I'll change war targets here. There'll be a shop here. So, yeah. So let's get the blacksmith in here. I don't think the blacksmith will do anything to the mycelium. So I'm not going to put it in range of the mycelium. See how the mushrooms are really starting to stack up, though? They're slow at starting, but they stack up. Okay, so getting another ranged unit here is okay. Not exactly what I want. Poison vials also fine. I'm gonna re-roll. There's another mycelium. I think I'll take that. And I can speed this up. I will speed it up a little bit. Take it 2 times. See, these are all the mushrooms. They're starting to stack up pretty good. Ah, there's a knight. Perfect. See down there, it showed the green arrow. It only flashes. I don't think there's anything back up. Okay. Clone is actually just very good. So we'll take that. So from my understanding, the amount of cards you play kind of is also based on your hand size. So it always wants you to go down to 2 cards. So if I use a clone here, probably on the blacksmith. See how I went back up to a 3rd card? So it wants me to deploy another card. At least that's my understanding of it. I could be wrong. Okay, so this is a little interesting. Cemetery is interesting. I have played with the red lord a little bit. The cemetery, if an adjacent unit dies in battle, you summon an imp to fight in its place, is actually pretty solid. So I think I'm gonna try it. I've not tried it with this character, obviously. So I put it in the middle there when either my archers or my knights die, I'll summon an imp. That's it. Okay. So another blacksmith and a soldier. I do think soldiers are actually really good. I think they're better than the knight, but I think getting a level 3 blacksmith is definitely better. So now I pick a new war target. So currently my enemies are here. That's me, and then these are my enemies. So these are the only things I can get cards of right now. If I want yellow cards or purple cards, I have to choose them here. I'm going to choose purple, because I do know a little bit of the purple cards, and I really like it. So I'm going to stack up my blacksmith to get it to max that one. Okay. Demon Altar versus Cemetery 2 or reroll. I think I'm gonna go Cemetery 2. summoning stronger imps. I don't want any of this. I want to roll this. Mycelium, but I've maxed out my Mycelium. Elves are fine. Roll again. Oh, perfect. Oh, that was right before shop. So I should have saved money for the shop. I always like to try to get 2 cards from the shop because you deploy more cards the turn because you have more cards in your hand. So Wizard is really good. I can do 1 reroll if I don't want any of these. The Archer is fine. I think I can take an Archer here. Yeah, I'll take an Archer. And then I will leave. So I could just go max out my Archer here. By going here, and then cloning it, and then doing it again. But I actually think the Knight might be better. So I think I'm going to go... Oh, and I had to show you guys this. This thing that pops up, you can, like, drag a card over and sell it instead of playing a card. And when you go to fight, like, the boss on Wave 27, you have to deploy all cards you have, and if you can't, you have to sell them. Which is annoying. So I think I'm going to just level up my Knight here. And now, see, I'm down to 2 cards in hand, so now I continue. Bomber, Demon Altar. Bomber, Demon Altar. Go with Castle, but I think it's... Demon definitely scales more. I think I'm gonna... Oh wait, if they die, they go... Oh, now it gives me a farm. Now it gives me a farm. Yeah, I'll take a farm. I was saving that center space for a farm forever. So now, this one here pops up. You can add a space for free. So you can add spaces for 30 gold per space after Wave 27 when you go into the Endless mode. So I think I'm going to go here. Because then if I go here, I can go unit here, buff here, unit here. So I'm going to add that space. I think that makes sense. And then I'm going to put the... Do I put the demon in, or do I... Yeah, I put the demon down. I don't want to deploy the farm until I have... I would even sacrifice the graveyard if I can sacrifice. Yeah, right here. So by sacrificing tile, you will upgrade every unit around it. So by sacrificing the graveyard, I'll upgrade the Demon Altar, the Knight, and the Archers. Now the graveyard was a considerable amount of power, but I think a farm in there is probably going to be better. I'm mistaken, for the not in red. I can pick him up if I keep fighting him. Which, so far, I have been, but I haven't been randomized a single purple enemy yet. Which is what I picked. So you just can't really rely on. This is good for tank units. Do I want a tank unit, or do I just get an elf? I can pick an elf here. 99 gold. Whenever you're attacked, unit has 1 poison stack. Doubles the HP. So where's my next shop? Not in a while. So the 99 gold isn't that great. Do I get another decree from there too? I could still pick it up. Just bank it. I'm not doing any poison stuff right now. So okay. So we're gonna pick the barn, flop her in there. It does not affect the demon altar I thought it would, but still, I know it affects it'll affect 3 times. Vampirism is actually very effective. If you get Vampirism on a soldier plus the steel one that mitigates damage entirely, you can do a lot of work because they're healing, they're ignoring damage, I got up to wave like 42 or something like that from that alone, and from my understanding that's pretty good because once you get into the endless mode, the enemies will spike hard. Okay, choose a king to make peace with. Accept. So yeah, you will make peace with them at certain points, and then I will no longer be fighting this guy to get the elves, which is fine. I don't want more elves. I got them. I would rather have soldiers here, though, in my opinion. But that is okay. Now this is tier 3, this is tier 3, so those are good. Cemetery, I've never used this turret. Do I want that, or should I just, I think I just roll. Another demon altar, I can max out a demon altar, that's fine. Oh, that was the resistance. So, you're the demon altar, and there's a rebellion against it, and when they rebel against it, yeah, this is what I was talking about. It cancels the first hit the target would take. So those are really good. I'm gonna put it on the knights. I'm just gonna make them a special. Now the demons, and for each dead ally, they get 0.3% strength. They actually scale up. If they're your last living unit, they can do a ton. Which is why they're very good on when you're playing the Blood, yeah, the Lord of Blood, I believe. The red one here, this one. Sacrifice is fine. I don't want to sacrifice my farm. Sacrifice is really good, but I don't have anything that really benefits from it. Vampirism, I already have one. Carnage, I already have one on the knight, but you can stack it. So I guess I'm gonna stack it. Okay, more terrain now. So I could pick this one, and that would allow me to, like, kitty corner off here. And I don't hate it. But I am also thinking about getting that red tower if it pops up again, because I've never tried it. And now, see how it stacks on 2 there? You can, yeah, so they need to have a thing where the, like, that's the recommendation. Early access, or it's just demo actually. If you could scroll in with the wheel, that would be phenomenal. So here I have a hard decision to make. I could either get a soldier or more farms. I do want soldiers, so I'm gonna start picking them up. I'm gonna put it here, hoping to get some kind of buffing station here. Now these units are very powerful. If I'm not mistaken, it adds up. Possibly. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. Can I get a blue card? No. Okay. Alright, bombers it is, I think. Or it's Carnage? We'll stack up more Carnage. 3 new plots. That's the poison. 20% chance to deal critical damage. I'm gonna just stack Carnage up here. Oh, finally a purple enemy. You see that, guys? Holy cow. And there's the library I want. Static is also very good, especially on the archers back here. It'll do tons of work. But I think I just need to get the library going. So these currently don't have any buffs on them. So I'm gonna start stacking buffs. What the library does is every turn it has a 50% chance to duplicate an enhancement, which is like your buffs, your vampirism. So getting it next to these knights would be really good. Can't fit it in over there, and I'm not getting rid of my farm. So instead, I'll put vampirism here, and then I'll put the library in here. And I'll have a 50% chance to add another vampirism. Look at those shrimps, though. They're doing tons of damage. So sacrifice can. I think I'll take the castle upgrade, but I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna buy a library, and then I'm gonna re-roll. A beacon is good. I will get a beacon and then roll again. I can get another beacon. It's 60 to buy, so I can't do... If I buy a beacon, I can't do anything else. That's all my money. And I'm gonna do it, I think. And then I'm gonna leave. So now I'm gonna stick the library in here. I'm gonna stack up the library, and then I'm going to... I wish these beacons were actually... I wish these beacons were actually farms, but beacons are... I should probably... Not everyone. I kind of like have learned some of the things, and I'm probably definitely going to quit. I kind of... No, don't really want this. I'm gonna go Shaman. So, every round adds 2% of attack speed to adjacent units and towers. So, it's like the library, how it's the buff. Each color seems to have its own thing. So, purple has the library. You got the blacksmith and the farm for this color. Green has the health one. The forest. Yeah, forest. And then yellow has beacon. Red doesn't have anything, I don't think. But they have the graveyard, which deploys more units. So, I'm gonna just pop a shaman in here. So I'm gonna try to get more buffs now at this point. I'm gonna try to pick up things like vampirism, static, that kind of stuff. This demon is not putting in work, so I might end up just sacrificing the demon. There's a carnage. So the thing is, if I sacrifice the demon, it won't level up the mycelium anymore, but it will level up the farm and max out the library. I know there's 2 levels in it already, but I think it's worth it because it's doing 53 damage. Oh, and now this is also the round where I said we had to play all our cards. So now this is the round where I'm going to screw myself because I have to play these 2 beacons. I spent all that gold on. So I'm going to sacrifice that, which is going to level up those 2. And then I'm going to plop beacons down here, and they're going to do nothing. I don't think they affect the tower. Yeah, see, it did nothing. It didn't affect it. And to my knowledge, there's no way to... If you lose and there's a boss, you just lose outright. You do have 3 lives in the back there. I'll show you when I do it again, because I definitely fucked that round up pretty bad. We'll do the same unit one more time to let people get a little used to it, and myself included. It is now 7:27. I think I got kind of unlucky with a lot of things there, actually. Like getting no purple units, just getting the red units, which was not pairing up with what I had set up. Die, demon. Demons are going to didn't die. Good one. One more? Yeah. See, right here is the 3 lives. Bomber versus cemetery. I'm gonna get a bomber. Bombers are good. Now, I could go the tank route. I did start with knights this time instead of archers, so I could take up, like, the, hey, when you hit me, you get poisoned stuff. That could definitely be an effective route. Vault to get extra gold early game is really good. So it does nothing in combat, but it just gives you 3 gold every round. I like it. This early into the game, I think it's actually quite good. Right there. Now the one thing if I was doing auto, I could like start hitting chargers back. Auto to like frontline units. Which technically killing those backline units would reduce the damage a lot quicker. Oh, soldiers. Early soldiers is really solid. So I'm gonna put soldiers over here so we can try to do a buffer in this corner. So I'm already liking that setup better than I started last round. Midas touch is fine. Whenever you, yeah, Midas touch it. Increase the attack speed of your towers by 50%. Troops with no adjacent used plots have their attributes doubled. Summon units are 50% stronger. Do these count as summoned units? I don't think so. I think things like the Mycelium counts as summoned units and the Cemetery counts as summoned units. I don't think the Knights and the Soldiers count as summoned units. I'm gonna reroll. Your buildings apply their effects one more time. That can be very good. As soon as you start getting those buildings stacking up, I'm gonna put the Midas touch on the soldiers, not the Knights, but the soldiers. They can earn me some extra gold. Maybe I should play with the purple lord. I always want the purple lord stuff. I'm always like, hey, I want to fight the purple one. I want their stuff. And then I never get their stuff. So here I have a weird choice, right? I could level up the Knights or I could get Bombers in here. And I think I'm gonna go Bombers. Now, yeah, the farm will recruit more Bombers there. I just did it, so. Yeah, Bombers do a lot of damage. And you can actually stack the Carnage ability on them, so they'll do extra as well. I think now I want to get a Beacon in here. So if I get a Beacon in here, because I have the thing that'll apply the effects one more time. Maybe I don't do this right. Maybe I should be putting like beacons in the middle and stuff. I don't fully know. Blacksmith is pretty good now too. Adds 2 attack damage. So maybe that should be. Maybe I should pick that up and put it on the bomber side. Yeah, we'll put that on the bomber side. Yeah. I want to watch and see if there's like a stacking thing. Hands of Midas or Vaults. These guys are starting to crank out some damage, so Hands of Midas on them might also be good. I think Hands of Midas is better than Vault because it doesn't occupy another space. So it's back up to 37. Okay, so it's not it goes in one. I thought it was like a Soldier or another Blacksmith or Steel Coating. All 3 of these are actually really good options, and I would like to buy all 3, but I cannot. I think I can Soldier. Rage War, another king. I'm gonna go King Spells. Accept. And then we immediately get the purple. I'd like another farm. I should be a little more picky. Got some gold. This shop here is gonna be nice. Ooh, offering is really good. I didn't get to show you guys this last round, but I'm gonna offer up the vault. And now you see it gave me 2 overinvest, which is spend 30 gold, increase every stat of your unit by 15%. It's a one-time thing. And then wild card, just whatever you got. So I think wild tap on the beacon is probably better because the beacon and the soldiers are stronger than the soul. Oh, I could also put it on the. Is it wild card on farm? Yeah, I think it's wild card on farm. Knight here, and then I'm gonna pop this tower in. Because the vault does nothing. The game does nothing. Sacrifice, bomber. So I could sacrifice the bombers, level up the farm. Yeah, I think that's the play for sure. The bombers aren't anything special. I think shamans are pretty good. I haven't toyed with warlocks. I do like shamans. I think I'm gonna take a shaman and I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll again. Not getting anything. I think I'm gonna pick up a second shaman and leave. So I'm going to sacrifice here, put a shaman in, put a shaman in. Now, that's a little loud. There we go. Where I think I really need to do the overinvest for the buff, I will. Got it. That's good. I will do it, but if I'm not like in a bad spot, I'm not gonna really waste the 30 gold per unit. I want to. Let's try it like that. I think I'll go with Carnage, and I'll put it on the Knights. Ooh, get another speed check. So here's the thing, I can expand by the beacon, or I can expand by the blacksmith. What do you think's better? 2% attack or 2% attack speed? And that depends entirely on what unit I get. Or I could expand here and try to do another buff onto the soldiers, which are my best units. I don't hate them. Certainly, if I could swap what my soldiers are, I would. To my knowledge, there's no way to just swap them. Mortgage vault or yeah, I don't really want any of this. Reroll. Beef dispenser. I'll take a castle, guys. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with vampirism here. Maximum level of castle is 9. Troops with no adjacent plots. Double the max HP of currently active troops. That's not bad. max cast 9. I probably should have re-rolled that. I probably could have found something that's better for me. But, like, if I could have applied the building effects again, that would have been really good. I think it's time for a steel coat here. Though, getting the knights up to 3 probably would be a good idea, but these soldiers currently have 4 effects on them, which is perfect. I'd like to get a library and just put it right next to it. Just crank the soldiers up. Is there anything I'd want to sacrifice? I could sacrifice this, and it would buff this, and that's it, though. I could put another unit in here first. I could also just pick up more vampirism. Or the Mangler. I kind of want to try the Mangler. Sure. Yeah, we can be peaceful. I don't want more red cards. They don't seem to... Maybe greed is actually the correct one. Carnage is nice. I just wanted more beacons. So that's the reason I didn't want to get rid of the greed. Library versus static. You already have static, so I could stack it up more. But library's probably better. Get a library in here. Yep. And it duplicated the minus, which is nice. Let's just go Midas touch again. Let's just start stacking some gold up. So now it's at 4. Yeah, I'm starting to crank out some coins. Wild card is perfect here, I think. Do I want to wild card the farm? Or do I want the library, the beacon, the soldiers? What level are my soldiers? They're level 2. If I do an expansion here, I could put another unit in here, and I could actually, like, get quite a powerful unit. I just have to get more units to do that, too. Oh, farm is mat. Not farm. So I think it's just the soldiers or the library, then. I think it's probably the soldiers. Max out the soldiers first. We got another shop here. Right before the boss. I don't want any of this. I want any of that. Guess I'm taking another Midas touch. Make me back the gold I just spent on rerolls. Midas touch is at 5. They have like a 10% chance to get me gold or something like that. I think it's 2% per. If I'm not mistaken. I just maxed out the soldier, didn't I? Yeah. So I think it's a second steel cut here. Double the HP, increase the attack of all troops and towers, or 99 gold. So I think this is gonna be funny. So I'm gonna grab the 99 gold because I'm gonna go into a shop here in a minute. So I'm gonna just see what I can do with that. I've never had this much gold to spend in a shop all at once. Is this thing doing anything? Oh, it lobs mortars as well, basically. Okay. It's just a weaker version of my castle. I think I get steel coat. I am gonna have to remember, I'm gonna have to spend everything. So farm is maxed, so I could pick up a knight, a shaman, a unit here, and some libraries is what I'm looking for. I did just max out the beacon, right? No, I can take one more beacon then. Don't want any of the... I could take a... I'll take a castle, and then I will reroll. I will reroll. Library. If I took a blacksmith, I could only put it here, and it wouldn't do me any good. So a scout tower would be better, or just the mangler. I'll just take a mangler, and then I will leave. So I will max out the beacon, pop another thing in the library, put another steel coat on you, level up the mangler, and level up the castle. And fail all my library triggers. 50-50 odds for you, right? These soldiers should be able to absolutely just clean way through. So I went from 1 gold. Will I get the 30? I do get above 30 for the... I think it's just static. So do I want to over-invest here, or do I want to static? I think I'm going to over-invest. So I'm going to spend the 30 gold, and I'm going to just up all their stats. So how many? There's 6 Midas touch on those. 12% per kill. I thought this was the boss wave. I might have touched a wave early. I'll take a steel coat. This is the boss wave. So now I have to play everything. So I'll put a steel coat here. I'll put a static. If I'm not mistaken, the shamans are useless to static because they don't attack. They buff your allies. You want to just stack the static and then stack the Midas touch. So we're against green here. And we wrecked it. Okay. Press any key to continue. Now you can continue playing or go to the next challenge. I'm going to continue on Endless. And now things are going to get hard. Fast. This is popping up saying, hey, you can now use this to buy plots. By clicking on it, you can go and buy plots for 30 gold apiece. Don't need to do that right now. I don't want any of this. What is this garbage? I could destroy a plot for 30 gold, but I don't want to do that either. I'd rather just crank you out for 9. Oh, okay. We just applied multiple statics there. There's 7. I'm sorry. 7 Midas touch and 4 statics, 5 vampirism, and 6 hits of immunity on these soldiers. Ooh, I do kind of like offering. I could offer the tower here. It doesn't do jack all for me. Oh my god, all Midas touch? Are you kidding me? And the beacon won't even do anything there. I'm like, I could pop a beacon in, but oh, it does affect towers, but it doesn't. This doesn't have attack, so it affects the shooting of this tower, and that's it. Man. Oh, I gotta do. Okay, I thought just one of those, and I was done. I'm just cashing them in. All right, we need to get rid of the greedy guy. Hey, I think this will be our own stuff now. So let's... I'm not fighting green, right? Is that why I'm not getting clones? Yeah, because green is clone. Blacksmith, tower, or knight? Did we max out knights? We did not, so I'm gonna take the knight because the blacksmith is also not maxed out. I wish I knew that. I would have maxed out the blacksmith. The knights. I think the blacksmith is better than the knights for sure. The knights do take a lot of damage though. You know. Where's that? Shaman, wizard, or castle? I already have shamans. Are they max? They're not, but I think I'll get a wizard in here. And we'll just plop a wizard in right there. I could get rid of this tower and put a beacon in here. That would actually be really good if I get another sacrifice or, assuming purple one. Either one of those. It got harder all of a sudden. Look at this. Do we lose this? Oh my god. We lose this wave for once. Huh. And one life gone? Steelcoat Archer Castle. So I think I can only get blue here. Let's get a... Yeah. That'll max that. I could have also put it on the library, which would have been good. These soldiers are like my entire line of defense. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I'm just jockeying the soldiers, but I don't want any of this. Those are my only options. Take a castle upgrade. Because they can go to 9, so I might as well, right? I think the library is actually permanently giving those. Right? So that's at 10 stacks of the steel. I haven't put any more on there. I think we might lose this one too. This one's close. Oh, we win it barely. In case you don't know, our total will be here and theirs will be down here. I'm gonna take another wild card because that's just really good. And I'm gonna level up the library. I should probably get a unit and put it right here. I probably shouldn't have put you there. I should have put you there. Do I want a thief and put a thief in there by the library and that? Or better than nothing, I guess. Now I gotta get some buffs for the thieves, though. The thieves are actually really funny if you start getting the one that immunes a hit. You put them in, they jump to the back line, and then they take a lot of aggro from the enemies for that, and then they're just like immune, and then they finally die. So they like pull enemies away from you for a while. Oh, this might be another failure. This is definitely another failure. I need to... Offering. Let's offer you. See what I get. Oh, I did get a clone. Okay. So I can go... You have no buffs, you have no buffs. You do. I could clone the library, pop one here, and then wildcard it? And then you could start getting buffs as well? I don't know if this is good or not. This might be awful, I think. But... And then this beacon can go in here. Fail. Okay. I think that might be better though. Maybe not. I'm dying. I'm dying fast. And that's GG's. I made it a 36. But yeah. So this is the way it goes. This is 9 Kings. So overall pretty fun. Hit level 3, and as you see, like there's no bonuses to my knowledge, so I haven't done anything to unlock any bonuses. So yeah, here we are. This is Remedy X. I will definitely be doing more of this and toying around. So if you enjoyed, consider hitting like and subscribe, and there will be more when I have time. Sorry, videos have been